Alright, gang, we're back. Partial Simulator. I went into my other game. Uh, I think everybody's waiting for the cartel to come out before they start watching to find out what the cartel's all about in beta. And I am in beta, but that game has really slowed down on watchers. So we're going to go ahead and come back over here. We was playing with the launcher. Uh, we got this right here installed. We want to try out when that starts running again. We got everything working great. We want to make sure airplane is paused. That's paused. And that's paused. Okay. We're killing time. We need to open the door. Right now, we need to open the door. Go. Get in. Let's go. Make me some money. Whoops. Now, I got to do this. I got to share this with my Discord. Give me just a second. All right, I'm back in. I thought I'd show you what that launcher does. When something comes, it just launches it over to the next. It has to be straight in front of it. Do not, and I repeat, do not make it go faster. That's why I only got it down here. If I had it up there, it would it wouldn't make it. But down here where it's slow, what's this? Launches it right over. This is working. Loading up the shelves. We got a shelf and a half left over here. And I'm pretty damn sure we're going to have to add another one. So what we're going to do, what have we got? We got some straight tables. We got one of those. We may need some straight tables. All right. Shop. Storage. Blue. But that launcher is pretty cool. The boat has been getting pretty close to maxing out all shells. Damn close. Too close for my comfort. So we are going to take care of that. All we got is tables over here. Now I need a yellow one. The yellow animation table, or loader or unloader or whatever it is. I think I can handle the rest of it. Now I did put a pauser in there, and I'll show you why. Or about to show you why. Now I can pause this. Everything will stop until I get shit set up. Oh, that's another pauser. Don't need another one. I was going to use that somewhere and forgot where I was going to use it. Oh, shit. Yeah, y'all just fall off. Did I ever put the... I never installed that over here, did I? Well, the pauser was working till I done that. Well, that's not what I want. That's a three-way. I don't want that. You know, I don't really want the pauser right now, but I'll put one in here. Just because... Ah! Now, I do need the three-way now. Look out, don't hit me with that box. Tally-ho. that's not what I need that for. I need another damn unloader. Uh, loader. Hello, thank you for tuning in and watching. I'm making a few adjustments here. Which I believe is going to help on the days that these are running. Oh, down here. No, I didn't want to put it here. I was going to put it over there. These are so slow it ain't going to matter. Over here is where it's going to matter. Oh, I've already got one in. Pallet. That launcher kills me. See, the launcher would be good if you wanted to run another rail down through here. You put the launcher right there, and it would clear the table on both sides. If you wanted to have another stream running here and another stream running here, it would jump over them. Do not increase the speed on that because it's too much. I need this one over here. And I had that orange deal. All right, I put 2 pausers in here. Where's the other one? One. I know I put 2 of them in here. Where'd I put the other one? Why is it going that way? There's the other one. No, that's just the one. I must have something screwed up somewhere in here. No? Well, why are you sending them that way? Hmm. I don't know what's going on. Let's take this one out. Take the pauser. Now we need to take that out. Put this in here. Take this. Put it in here. Now, when these are running, I'll take that, pause it. It'll automatically send it this way. And then I want it to offload onto here. So I need another pauser. Right? Okay, let's order another pauser. 'Cause I'm going to get this to work. What I'm trying to do is on the days that rail runs, I'm trying to get it quicker into the shelf instead of it going on every shelf, making a damn trip down through there. It won't have to if I do it like this. It will be, if I pause this one, it'll take them on the days that it's running and just send them to this shelf and send them, uh, you know, to the deal. I'll leave it on for now. But I don't understand why but what it should do is after it all offloads and this shelf empties, it should automatically send boxes that way. We're going to see. When that day gets here, we'll see. Cargo type tomorrow is truck and rail. The little launcher seems to be working good, and I know a lot of people have asked about it, wondering what it does, even myself. So I got it. We're going to find out. I'm dang sure going to find out. I'm a hard-headed old cuss. Hey, come back here. Oh, wait a minute. I can wash my hands over there, and I got a porta potty right here. I'm doing all kinds of good. But somebody needs to come empty that porta potty. It'll be getting stinky after 64 days. Now I said, what was running today? Yeah, rail's running. So I can go down here and activate the rail. It can start offloading from all shells. I'm not really going to use this. Unless it happens to send one that way. I mean, ain't no biggie. Boys, offloading them damn shells like a champ. Yeehaw! There goes the box. There it comes. There it goes. Woohoo! I left that there just so everybody can see what it does. Yeah, unload them damn boxes. I'm gonna forget and walk by there and get hit in the head by a box. I'm gonna be off work a while. I may not ever talk right again if that happens. Now see, it's running today. Now what I'm waiting on is it to get this shelf empty. That's my big story. After that shelf gets empty, I'll turn the pauser on. Now, when the pauser's on, come on now. It should automatically take that sucker over there if this is paused. But it stopped. Well, I'll be damned. There's got to be a way to do this. And I'm going to figure it out. I may be the first to figure it out, but I'm going to figure it out. Yeah, I know. Yep, I know. I'll let that. I maxed out my launcher, and it sent a box way over there up against the wall. It hit the wall and bounced down over there. Maybe if I got another one of these and put it here. just maybe. Oh, shit. Order, shot. Yeah, I know what it's made for. I figured that out. I know why he made it. So I'm either going to have to get this or this. We're going to try this first, because I can use those just about anywhere in here if I decide to do something else. Well, I'm about to pull that joiner out, and I'm going to put this in there. Whoops. I put it the wrong direction. Now if I pause that, maybe it'll work. Shutting that pauser off should help. There, it's going to go here. There it goes. Now let's see. If it would send one that way. Oh shit. Come on. There we go. That'll work. With the pauser on, it makes it go that way. There's another problem solved. Now, turn that pauser on. And it ain't got no choice but to send it that way. I'm smarter than the average bear, boo-boo. Every time I hear that launcher throw something across there, I fix that with a little redneck ingenuity. But the reason This is the reason for the launcher. Say, for instance, you want to run three uh, conveyors side by side down through here. With this, you can't, because the boxes get hung on the edge of it. With the launcher, you can put it here, run 3 streams, and the launcher will launch it over all 3 streams and land on the conveyor on the other side. That is what the launcher is for. Yes, that is true. Sometimes you solve one, 2 more pop up. But I created this problem. With that fixed, I don't need this. Where in the hell did I put my paint? Oh, it's over here. I'm like, I need to paint those now. Where in the hell is it? Oh, the paint had, I was going to let you know, the paint has a bug. That's red. The paint, I found a bug in the paint. Now, where is that paint at? That's red and green. That's purple. Purple. There it is. Now, that's red. But that's it. But anyway, there is a bug in the paint can. For those who don't know what the bug in the paint can is, I'm about to tell you. The paint can bug, I'm going to use it once there, once there, once there. I use it 5 times. To make sure I don't have to paint nothing else in here. Okay, you see how much paint is in that bucket? Now, box it up, open it up again, you got a full can. So if you use it 5 times, set it down, box it up by hitting Q, you'll have a full box of paint again. So you won't have to, why is this? Oh, okay, now it went away. But that's the end of that day. I'm curious. I gotta go see. We've been doing a lot of boxes here lately. 336 boxes. Now, what we got coming tomorrow? We got boats. That ain't no lie. You know how much money it costs to paint all these damn things? Let's put it this. Let's not call it a bug. Let's call it a blessing, man. Let's just call it a damn blessing. So that's what it is. Okay, let me check out my boat deal here. Turn that on. All the boats unload from that end. Oh, hold on. Somebody's in my house besides my son. Be right back. I don't like people in my house. I don't know who they are. They like to pick up shit. Be back. My son's in there on speakerphone with his girlfriend. That's why he's so loud. I was like, what in the hell is he doing? Boat starts tomorrow. So let's get the next day started. We got a lot of stuff to do in there with the boats now. Let's see. Oh, shit. That's almost 250 damn boxes. That's a lot. Correct approvals, 192. Correct denials, 144. No incorrect denials. That's what I'm talking about. That's simulation at its best right there when it don't screw up. And you don't have to tell the damn thing to put your cell phone down. That was my pet peeve when I was lead man. Is for somebody to be on their phone. They knew if I caught them on their phone, I was coming. And I was going to check their work. And it better be right. They still going to get their tail chewed out, but if something was going wrong, it was going to be worse. Let's open the door. Let's head back to the boat. Because it's the only thing we got left of the float. No, that's a song. But anyway. Turn on that conveyor. These are all going to offload. And before I fire the boat, I mean, I don't worry about the boat that much now that I got these shells. I really don't have to have one of those things because the boat don't run but once a week. Now I've got this back in here, no launcher. There goes one that's rejected. Oh, this was the best thing I could have done. Is take a load off of all those machines with shit that already was rejected. And I could do it down here. This one's already being done. Now if I come down here and added one in here to where it would automatically send rejected items over to here. Yeah, I had one old boy, he was at the end of my machine and he was looking in a box which the product goes in. I ran a label press, I printed labels. And he was looking down in a box. I said, boy, put that damn phone up. I said, how stupid do you think I am? You looking down in that box? I know your phone's in that box. So here in a minute, he wanted to go to, about 15 minutes, he wanted to go to the bathroom. Well, he went to the bathroom. About 20 minutes later, he wasn't back. I walked in that bathroom. He was sitting around by the lockers looking at his phone. I looked, I said, go home. Oh, I don't feel so good anyway. I said, go home. I said, then call up here tomorrow before you come because you may not have a job. Yeah, see, I'm always coming up with ideas. Now I'm thinking about putting one of those sticker deals right here and run it right down here and join it right here. And I'll get rid of all the ones that are bad coming out of the truck. And I can do that right here and send them right over to here. But nah, that's okay. I really need it right in here if I was going to do it. But it handles them right here. I'm not worried about it. It kicks them out. I ain't gonna worry about it. Oh yeah. We had some product once that I had a girl that was on her cell phone, and she wasn't no more looking at that shit as she was packing it, and a man and a moon, and she was packing bad product. Pissed me off to no end. I said, "Was you looking at it?" She just looked up at me. I said, "No, you wasn't. You was looking at that damn phone." See, I got a backup right here. There's not much I can do about it. No, I'm happy with the way it's working. All my boat stuff is unloaded. Now, I would like to put a pause table in here or someone, but I'm not going to. See, it's having to come from way down there all the way up here. And if I done it like over here, I could pause it, and it would just go poop right to that right there. I could pause it, put a pause right here. Yeah, but then you have to reroute no inspection sticker applied and all that stuff. So I'd just rather not mess with it. They're getting kicked out anyway by the stickers and all that. They're getting kicked out on the inspection table. If they go in there and it says no good, it's gone. Now the only other thing I could do that would probably help is take the cargo type, move it here, take the sticker deal, and move it here. But if you'll watch, there'll be one come through with a bad sticker here in a minute. See, there's one with a bad sticker. Just went in there. And there it goes. Now see, if I put that sticker deal there, it would kick it out. But this one has good. It has an input and an output. That's it. It goes in, and then it's either good or bad. That's over here. It's either it goes in. It's either good, no inspection sticker, or bad. So you got three instead of two. And that's where it creates a problem for moving it over here. Sure, the bad would go to the back, but the good would come out here. But where's the one with no inspection sticker going to go? That's what the problem is. What this needs is a setup, something like I got here, down here, and it way too much trouble. Well, We carry a phone on our hip when I was working. And they were told that if there was an emergency call, to call us, and then they could call them on the cell phone. But other than that, that's it. But when I had my phone and I was at work, my parents were elderly. And I told them, I said, my phone stays on me at all times. I said, if there's an emergency, they're not going to call you and wait for you to come tell me. I said, they're going to call me. I said, so my phone stays on my hip for that reason. Y'all know I'm here and I don't leave unless I have to, or y'all ask me to go home. Yeah, they was gonna. I would have stayed if they had to give me the supervisor job, but they turned around and give it to a guy that had been there 10 years, and I'd been there over 25. I'd been there a little over 25 years when I asked them, and I was like, well, I got a bad back. I got stenosis in my neck, stenosis in my lower back. My doctor done said I needed to retire. He said he'd sign off on it. They're not going to give me that job to make my life easier. I'm gone. That's what I did. I got the hell out. People still call me that work there. Can you help me? Can you help me? I said, ask your new supervisor. He said, he don't know his butt from a hole in the ground. I said, well, I told him. He didn't know how to run all that machinery. Hadn't run the machinery, each machine long enough to know the problems and how to fix them. I said, they chose him. Let them deal with him. They said, yeah, they let a 24-year-old jerk have the job. They said, you were the best at what you done. I said, well, I'm sorry. I can't make them change their mind. I can't make them give me the position. Boy, this thing is just running so smooth. It's unreal. This is a great idea right here. Allowed a hell of a lot more boxes to come through. I didn't realize that many boxes come through with approval stamp. Oh, that's cool. I started on the printing press when I was in printing when I was about 17 and a half is when the guy gave me the job. But my dad he ran a printing press, and I could run a printing press by myself when I was about 15. But they couldn't hire me nowhere. And after I turned of age, and that guy wouldn't give me a raise, I was making almost $3 an hour is all I was making back in '78. And my dad told me when I turned 18, he goes, he said, you can go to Dallas now, and he said, you can make $5 to $8 an hour running that same machine. And back then, that was big money. I looked and I said, really? He goes, yeah. He said, I'd take off. He said, if he ain't going to give you a raise, I'd leave. I said, what does he pay you to come down here after you get off work and run that machine? He said, $10 an hour, because that's what I told him I wouldn't work for no less. Now, I've been printing all my life. Boats are done. Hit submit, get those last two. Put that on pause. Yeah, I was playing, I don't know how that happened. Billing, pay bill. Cargo type tomorrow is airplane. Everything stays the same. You just shut off the boat turn on the airplane, and that extra shelf did the job. No backups. I got 7 shelves for airplane. I had 6 and it was still backing up. Time to go to sleep. Yeah, I was in Schedule 1. I played it for about 45 minutes. I had 2 people, and one of them was me. And I told them, I said, I'm going back to Parcel Simulator. I said, y'all can catch me over there. I bought this game the day it was released. I can tell you what time it released. It released at noon. 'Cause I bought it. It released at noon, and I bought it about 12:10 or 12:15 that day. Okay. Get the door started. I paused the boat. Okay, I ain't got to do nothing to those. I ain't got to do nothing to this one except hit the button. Turn it on. Let her roll. Yeah, everything is red. Every one of the red ones are the ones that are going to go in the disregard hole. All the green ones are sending stuff to production. After they're checked, they turn around and go through this. This gold is for my trucks and for my rail. Let's see. It'll work. Oh man, I've had 12 people or more in there watching me play that game, but and got a lot of my subscribers from that game. That and gold mining simulator. But I like automated games, store games, where you like hire people, and tobacco shop sim, stuff like that. Those are my favorites. This is one of the biggest. I wanted to get the one called Beer Factory, but I heard it was a pain in the ass. So, and then I had another game I thought I was interested in, but it was a pain in the ass. So, but this game right here, like I say, I set this up. This is, I had some people give me a few ideas, and then I put my own twist on it. Another game I like to play a lot is Ranch Sim. I don't do the Southwest. I can't stand the Southwest because of the dust storm. You have a dust storm in the middle of the day and you can't see to do shit. You can't even see to drive. But I do like the first Ranch Sim. Well, they say that beer manufacturer is all automated, but they also say it's a pain in the ass. But I'm still thinking about buying it. The reason a lot of people ain't in on Schedule 1 right now, a lot of them are playing it. And a lot of them are doing like I'm doing. They're not watching people. They're trying to build up their money. And I'm already worth over 10 million on that game. I mean, I'm worth 10 mil, and all of my dealers bring me uh, about uh, right now about 75,000 because I got them trying to get rid of all my weed. And after that, I'm gonna give them 100 coke and 100 meth to sell, and then they will give me over $115,000 every time they sell out. Now, Tobacco Shop has quite a few deals. They got one where you sell cars. It's pretty cool. The Gold Mining 2 is going to be coming out this year, but I'm not sure I can uh, drive those trucks to deliver all the equipment to the mining site. Trying to keep an eye on things over here. I hate it. It's got to go through so many just to get there. But I'd have to put it on both ends on this one, and I'm just not going to mess with it. I'm just going to leave it alone. Yeah, I like my desk. I thought about buying me that brown one. I don't know whether the brown one looks better or not, but it would go with uh, the floor. I just don't know how big the desk is. I don't know how big the round one is. I wonder if I can sell the table. I can sell the black one. I don't know if you can box up the other one. Fuck it, I'm gonna get it. I'll never use it, probably, but it'll look nice. I've got the money. What good is money if you can't spend it? Now, I do like to play sports games like football, hockey, and all that kind of shit. I love that stuff. Holy crap. Why can't I sit in this? I don't think it's a bigger table, though. I mean, I'm not going to use it. I can hear him in there. You know, my son and his other wife had a lot of problems. And he married her when he got her pregnant when they was in high school, and he just married her. and he never had a woman, just want him for him, be crazy about him. And this woman here is just head over heels nuts about him. And he told me she has a kid and she's younger than him. But he told me, he said, Dad, I'd be crazy as hell to screw this up. Hey, this woman worships the ground I walk on. So I told him, I said, well, go for it. Hey, I can damn sure make a desk look good, can't I? Look at that. My wife passed away back in 1997. She was 33 years old, died of cancer. And I stayed with her till she was out messing around with another guy, living with another guy. He kicked her out. I took care of her. Well, my son found out. He goes, that the kid's dad has never taken them fishing. I said, really? Well, yeah, you can't pack this one up. You're stuck with it. And my son loves to fish, so he went down there and took them fishing. Went down there with them and took them cliff diving. And they had never had so much fun. I'm just too old to give a shit anymore. I've been married 3 times and I don't give a rat's ass. I don't put up with no bull crap. Somebody said that's my fault. I said, nah. I said, I'm too old to put up with that shit. Oh yeah, what made it even tougher is while she had cancer, she was out driving one day and had a wreck. My son was coming across the street to call me to tell me they had been in a wreck, and when he was crossing the street, an old woman that was looking at the wreck run over him. He went under the front, stopped on top of him, and then my wife was screaming, and she pulled up, and he flopped out from underneath the car and had his right foot laying on his face, and his leg was all cockeyed. It broke, and he was messed up. But I think it was 10 days later, he was at home in a hospital bed with a pelvis bar, broken arm, 3 cracked ribs, skull fracture, and she was there with cancer. She couldn't take care of him. I was taking care of her already, so I missed a lot of work, but I took care of them both. Well, that looks like that is it. So we go over to the plane, submit, put this on pause. That worked out great. $501,000. Maybe I should have bought 2 tables. 357. Total submissions all time 8,920, and I had 71 bad. Oh well, what can I say? None of us are perfect, except on certain days. Yeah. I also tried playing that office simulator, and I thought about trying to buy that game. All is a bank simulator where try to start your own bank, and I thought about those, and I'm just not 100% sold on either one. Not 100% sold. Uh, yeah. Uh, Our cargo simulator is pretty cool, but it's not a full release yet. Uh, Liquor store simulator is out. Gunsmith, the simulator is good. Not many people watch it. Pub sim, the drive-through simulator, I didn't like. Uh, Restaurant owner, pretty cool. Gold mining 2, I'm waiting on. Bank simulator, I don't know. They got another new one coming out called Medical Shift, where you're an emergency room doctor. And then they got one called Gun Store. I also like to play Gun Factory Simulator. It just come out. All right, what do we got today? Cargo type. Everything goes on pause except truck and rail. I think I already got everything on pause. Okay. I love this game. Money is not what I'm playing for. It's the fun of the game. Hell, I haven't even bought, the baseball season is almost over, and this is the first year since MLB The Show come out that I haven't bought the game. I've got every one that was ever made except 25. And I still go play it, and I'll still get 40 to 50 hits. People watching it. Sometimes I just feel like kicking back in my chair and playing a little baseball. And that's what I do. Madden has been the same for God only knows how long, except for the animation. I expected something bigger from them. It having Madden's name on it. Y'all go now. Y'all go. Hurry, 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 hurry. Ain't but 2 things leaving today. Everything else is on pause. This is the only end of the store to be on. That thing's still working like a dream. Putting that stuff on that shelf. Can't go this way. Can't go that way. It has to go that way. I'll probably set up one of the other shelves like that. Because it's pretty awesome. Because I can unpause these, and they'll go that way, and they'll go that way. Oh man, I like to watch. I hadn't watched NASCAR like I used to since Dale Earnhardt Jr. quit. I'm always going to watch the Cowboys, the Texas Rangers, and the Dallas Mavericks, no matter what. Now, Wednesday night is the night the Dallas Mavericks will actually pick. I hope if they trade that damn pick, I won't watch them this year. But Cooper Flagg, he is a five-tool player, and when his rookie card comes out, if you ain't got $250, you're not going to be able to buy it unless you hit it in a box. And I'd give anything to have a few of Cooper Flagg's rookie cards, because folks are actually saying that he is the white LeBron James. That's what they're saying. I bought a Luka Donka card once, autographs, and had. Cool. United Kingdom. Never been there. I'm half Irish and half English, so. My mom's grandparents come over from. They come over here from Ireland. When her ancestors come over, their last name was O'Reilly, and they had trouble getting jobs, so they changed their last name from O'Reilly to Riley. And I don't know, but I hear O'Reilly's a pretty common name over there. And then my dad's side of the family goes back to England. They done like one of those family deals, history deals, and found out they traced us back all the way to King Richard III of Normandy. So I guess I got royal blood in me. I don't know. Maybe that's why sometimes I used to be a royal asshole. Oh. Yeah, I like my sports, and I see stuff. I tell you, I never knew nothing about soccer. Didn't know a damn thing. But these kids, there was enough of them that wanted to make a team, and they wanted to play. They did not have a coach. And while I was at the meeting, I went ahead and I volunteered to be their coach. We didn't win but 3 games, but we had fun, and we did win 3. Now, when my son played football, one of the assistant coaches quit, and I decided to, I was up there every day watching anyway. The coach asked me, he said, you want to help me coach? And I said, sure. He goes, what do you want? What do you want? I said, offensive, defensive line. He goes, you got them. Pick out what kids you want. So I picked them out, and I said, you take care of all the defensive backs and running backs and wide receivers. I said, I'll take care of the defensive line and the offensive line. He goes, that's cool. I taught them young kids things that he didn't know that they could learn. I taught them where the hose was when they called a play. They knew what the play was going to do, what direction it was going. And he told me, he said I sold those kids short for years, thinking I couldn't teach them that. I said, they're young minds, and you can teach them anything if you start and do it the right way. And at the end of the year, we went undefeated and won the championship trophy. After our little championship party, he walked over there and he handed me the trophy. He said, I want you to have this. And he said, I've got a few at home. He said, but I want you to have it because there's no way in hell I'd have got this without you. Yeah, those kids they still see me today. They call me coach. Yeah, it's still working like a charm. I love it. I love it when a plan works. Yeah, good thing I ain't got that launcher in here. I'd get knocked up beside the head with one of these boxes. That one drill, that one drill, that one's truck, I think. It's going to take a left. It's just running. That's just. $1,800. It's nighttime. Close her down. Shut the doors. Abandon ship. These colors are kind of growing on me. This launcher here I'm going to box up. Might as well go ahead and box this up. But I don't know how to get in touch with the guy that made this game. But somebody needs to let him know it needs to be fixed. That look at that. Are you for real? When you go to sleep, everything detaches from the pallet. And that is one thing I wish he would fix. I tried to go to Discord, but it don't open. The Discord won't open in my web browser like it does with the rest of the games. It wants to open Discord up on their app, and I don't like that damn app opening up all the time. But I like to let him know you need to fix the pallets. When you go to sleep, you wake up and every box that's on it is disconnected. That's the one thing I wish he'd fix. So I got 4 shelves down there and 3 down here for airplane. The blue I like, but with this color wall in here, them damn bright orange ones look sharp as tack. Or red ones, I mean. They pop out. The green probably would too. Oh, they all look good. He done a good job on the paint scheme. The only thing is missing, and I don't know if he recognized it, is white. There is no white. Damn, is this day over with? Come on, boxes. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. And got the last of them coming through right here. Yeah, I hear him in there laughing and carrying on. I ain't heard him do that in forever. I'm glad he's happy. His wife, he was coming down here and working during the week since he lives so far, and his wife was coming to pick him up on the weekend. And she quit showing up and told him he didn't that not to. She didn't want him to come home when he was off, and he found out why later. I felt sorry for him. They've been married something like 20 something years, and she's trying to blame it on him. He goes, "What was I doing besides working?" He had to have heart surgery, and she didn't even come to see him or check on him when he was in the hospital, which I thought was pretty rude. He said, "Yeah," she says, "it's my fault." I said, "If you believe that," I said, "I got some stud cows I want to sell you." Yep, there goes the last box. Correct, correct. Now tomorrow is the planes again, thank goodness. So we can clear some of them out. Yeah, but these games, I don't. Some people get to play them before they're released, and I never have got to do that. You know, I played the prologue or the early release for free, but I'm the kind of guy I like to try some of it out before I buy it. The minute I played Parcel Simulator, I was like, oh man, I'm going to be all over this. Yeah, I live in Texas, about 30 miles south of Big D. Born and raised. I gotta quit waiting around and just hit this button. I gotta hit the play button. There we go. Planes got to go. Planes got to fly. It's cool as shit, though. I think I'm gonna go down here and watch these machines for a while. Oh, in out, in out. That's why I don't want to go and put these on the other end. I have got this down here just flying. Now, I did not think about this till after. If I had the game to do over again and I could get it, this door's got two on it. What I'd do is take one of those four ways or whatever it is. I'd let it feed in, and then I'd go over here and I would select what goes in that door that day. See, because down there on the other end, they got boats and planes in the same hole. Well, you could set up the racks and stuff down there and send, on the day the planes go, you just allow planes to go through it and send everything else to the shelves, and then let it load up all the other stuff, and then when the other one is ready, you just when the boats are ready to go, you just turn the plane off and just let it allow boats through there. And it was simple as heck. Because I've been trying to think of a way to use that door down there. So I could, because I had thought about, I have planes and I have Uh, oh, I have planes and stuff coming off that conveyor down there, and if there's a way I could get them to send them another direction, and then sort them out over there by the door, I got no problem with using that door, like doing it like that. It'd be pretty damn cool. But anyway, what I got's working good. But it was a way to release some pressure off of these other uh, shells. Copy and paste. See, I got it blocked right now with all this, because I got to have so many shells for this shit. But see, I also thought about taking these shells, putting them out here, and then have them delivered to the door from out here. They don't have to be against the wall. They could have been out here. I could have had each shelf come off, merge with one shelf. I mean, all of them come down here, merge with one shelf, and go straight into there. And how do you copy and paste in a game? But I think that is going to be my next project on this end. I may take these, pull them out here, just make one conveyor. Oh, okay. I was like, copy and paste, shit. I found out that the paint cans got a blessing, so I ain't buying many paint cans. Yeah, I thought about coming right out where this table is or something, bringing all this shit out here, set up the same system I got here, and send it over to here. But still, see, the boats fly, and I mean, when the planes fly or the boats sail, you gotta have a place to put them and store them until they do. When stuff don't ship, and I don't like the idea of putting all the same shit on a shelf. Some people put planes and everything on here, and then they use this system like I got down there, and when they offload it, they change the settings to what they want offloaded. And I'm not a big fan of that. Because if you got nothing but a certain thing on one shelf, well, hell, everything's going to stay on the shelf and ain't going to unload. But I'm thinking of a way to use this door. I thought about taking these shelves, maybe just two of them, and put them out here. Then join them together in here to send them here. I mean, it would take a ton of time for me to figure it out, but I know I could. It's like an all-day project. All right, what's up? Oh, when this line clears out, it'll help. But like I'm saying, I could set this up in front of that door, and when the boats run, highlight boats. And when it don't, I'll take one of these and change it to airplane, and then it'll offload airplanes onto the shelf. And then when the airplanes go, you set this to none, turn the airplane on, and it would offload them. But you'd have to do it through the other side. You couldn't do it through the same side. I guarantee you I can make it work. I got the money. I ain't got nothing but time. That's all it takes is time and money. Ain't that what they say? When you got an idea, all it takes is time and money. Because I could have that stuff ran out here, like with that system. Put the shelves out here. You have one rail running down through here with an offload system with this in front right here. And it would only pick the shelves that have the least on it to send it to. You still got to have your offload. But you'd be offloading from the front instead of the side. Oh yeah, yeah, I could. I could set up what I got down there. I could set it up right here in this area. I could come off of here and set up that same deal right down here and still leave this right just like it is. And some of the stuff like rejects, I could pipe it in. I could pipe some of that stuff right into this. Ain't no doubt. I know I could. And it's something I could do. I mean, time and money. I build it one piece at a time, and it won't cost me a dime. Mr. Johnny Cash. Yeah, one load, one offload, yeah. That's what I mean. You put a loader here, you put an offloader here, but put a pauser in between both of them. So if you don't want it to unload what you got on that shelf, it won't unload it. But, you know, yeah, I got plenty of room. I might have to move the, you know, I'd have to, I could, this don't even have to be here after I finish this over here. If I rebuild all this out here, this would just be like obsolete. But I still want to use these other shelves, if you know what I'm talking about. They are up to the shelf. They're connected right here. The green lights are on. Green lights are on. That means they're connected. You'll see these little metal deals pop out when they're connected. But see, you can take on one end, put an on-loader. What I'm talking about is right here, you put a pause. So if you don't want it, and you down here, you put you put the unloader and then put a pause. That way it won't unload. You got to pause, and then you take one of these here, and you tell it what goes where to load onto those shelves. In other words, this right here will tell you, it'll tell it, hey, airplanes go on this shelf, boats go on this shelf. That's why I said I could bring these out here. Have an unloader in front. I mean a loader in front, unloader in the back. Then I'd take this and set it to where airplanes, you have to put two of them side by side. One of them airplanes, one of them boats. And have two of them coming over here, and then as it starts down this way, bring them into one. You use one of the curves and a joiner to bring it into one. Then as it comes down here to this mess, you're going to run, in other words, you're going to take it down through here. You're going to turn it at some point and go this way. Now after you go this way, that's when you're going to put your loader in. And you're going to put a loader going out this way. Like I got right here. You're going to set it up just like this at each shelf. This right here will read how much is on that shelf. Just like if you had one here, and you ain't got to have one on the last one. But say this shelf was full, this would detect that shelf being full. It would stop boxes once it got to here. From then on, it's going to send the boxes to this one. And you set that up all the way down. Right out in front, in front of the racks. And then you come down through here to the racks and say, okay, you'd have one of these right here out in front of the racks. Kind of, you say, okay, this is boat day. Turn on the boat. The boat comes out, and the boat comes off of the rack, comes up here, will come down, and it would come down through here and go right in here. I mean, you could even use 2 racks on each one and set it up. I mean, I'm kind of seeing this in my mind now as I'm walking around. But you do have to set each one of them up just like this. And take the unloader and put it in the front. But before each loader and after each unloader, you're going to need a pauser to pause it. I think I'm going to run this thing like it is till I get up around a mill, which ain't going to take too long at the rate I'm going. In fact, I could be going to sleep and letting it run again. What's the next day? This is Friday. Did I turn on the airplanes? Yes, I did. Okay, tomorrow is just, we got to turn that off. That one's off. This one stays on. Got to turn this on and this on so they'll load. And we got to come up here and turn this off, because rail don't run for 2 days. But I'm saying that's how I would get more racks closer together, is to build them away from the wall. If I could, stay up all night, wow, more denials than approvals. If I could stay up all night, I'd show you. I can't. You see, you can have 2 games on here. And I got enough money from playing it, but you don't get the advantages that you do from playing the full version and starting a new game. I did all that correct. But what I'm saying is, I would probably the hell, damn launcher. But I would probably set the racks out here, and I would break off down through here with the deal to load and offload. Or I might even move this closer in here. Take this and move it down here. That would give me more room down there to do what I want to do. But I'm just talking about offloading boxes from down here and bringing them over here, and then that are approved. Then I'm also going to get these to come down through here and be loaded on shelves too. I tell you what, I got a few things to do in the morning, but I'll get on in the morning and show you what I'm talking about. Because I'm going to have to stop production. This right here will have to come back. And I may even curve it and bring it over to right in this area. And that'll free up even more space out here. I don't think I'll have to mess with this up here too much, because once I get it set up, it will come off of the racks, go down through here, and turn and go straight in. That's what I'm trying to do, instead of all this bull crap. All right, well, buddy, I may just be giving it a trial run by then. Because this is like, it's going to be trial and error till I get it hooked up. I'm going to be online. I'm going to be jacking with it. But shit, by tomorrow, I'll be streaming it tomorrow evening. I'm going to go ahead and stream it 3 times tomorrow. I'll stream in the mornings. I'll stream at noon, sometime around noon my time. And then I get back on about 5 or 6 in the evening, or sometime between 6 and 7. And I stream again. So, you're not going to miss me. So, as long as you got the notifications turned on and stuff. But we can take those racks and put those SOBs side by side and run a loader on one end and an unloader on the other. Then we'll get a table and send it forward, and then we'll send that to a joiner. That will put it on the rack in the front. Now we're going to have some fun with this. Because the first thing I'm going to set up, and then I can copy it. Before I ever do this door right here, the way I was talking about doing it, I'm dragging these back here. And I'm getting all this taken care of right here with this rail. I mean, I kind of like it like this, honestly, but the racks are having to be so far apart when they don't have to be. I lost sleep last night thinking about that. I was like, how can I get those racks closer together? And then I come in and I looked at it and I was like, I can put these side by side, load in the back, unload in the front, have a conveyor in the front of it that will take it and send it to where it needs to go. And that's what I'm going to do. But anyway, I tell you what, I'll get up here and stand high and mighty. And I might and consider taking these and putting them in this area and do the same thing with them. Drop this back, curve it around over to this way, unload onto those racks, set it up in the front to where it'll come and offload in the front, come over here and put them right in that damn hole. Let me order a couple of real quick. I'm gonna stay till this day finishes anyway. Let me just let's see where am I at? Shop. And I wanted the uh, storage. I'm going with blue. And I'm not going. I'm just going to get hell. I'll get two blue. What the hell? I was going to get two of these or two of those. Do I really want orange in here? It's either going to be we ain't got no green. I'm gonna stick with. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the blue. I can resell, rebuy. I'll have enough money. God almighty, the money. Uh, just get two for now. Oh, I got pallets outside. I forgot. I like the blue, but I'm gonna try to color coordinate a little bit. You see this area here? I could do the airplanes right there in that area. Just move the desk. Ain't that hard. Let's set this here for now. I'm just curious, how many racks can I get in here? See, we'll come off of here, load onto the rack. Or maybe even move up again. May even move it up more than that. Side by side. You come out here, but first you're going to have a no, I can't do those. Ha! But I'd have to somehow send them behind the rack. See, these are coming in on blue. Okay. So, I'd have to move this back, and that would ruin my idea for this. That would completely destroy my idea for that. Because I know 7 racks ain't going to fit in there. Probably would, but I got to get them to come. Oh, I know what I could do. What is going that way anyway? Other. We don't want to mess with the rail. So we come down here, put another one of those, and put We put another one of these right here, or probably right here, right here. Put train, or what is it, boat, and then the boats would come out here. Instead of coming out here, you put this on none. You had the boat come out here. They're going to offload. Then you're going to put a loader in the front. Then you're going to, but you're going to have to put, see, I got to put a loader and a pauser, an unloader and a pauser, but I don't really have to on these racks. Those are the racks over there for the boat, for the boat and the plane. I'll have to put a pauser in front of those racks. For these racks, I won't at all. As far as that goes, I can move them damn things way the hell up here. Because all this here is going to be gone. It's just going to come off of these racks, hit this, go down there and go in. But I got to play with one in order to make the rest. That's going to be the deal. You got to jack with one to get the rest working. Yeah, you try. That's jammed up there. That's why it's sending them that way. Tell you what, let's do. Let's. I wish there was a way it had a forward. These arrows would change and have a forward and reverse. That way, I could send them down here, and if it backed up here, I could click on the table and it would put them in reverse and send them back this way. That would be freaking awesome. Oh, wait a minute. I know what's wrong. I forgot to put a pauser here. That's exactly what's wrong. And if I don't do it now, I'll forget about it. Oh, well, I'm fixing to tear it apart tomorrow anyway. No, I may not. I may not get that far. Because I'm going to do these one at a time. I have got to get in bed because my body, for some reason, after a certain time, it catches a second wind. And then my ass can't sleep at all. Okay. Need to pull that out. Damn, I was standing on it. That's why I fell. And I need to go open. Then grab it. Rotate it. Pause it. See, that's what I want to do to all those racks down on the other end. I'll put one of those deals down there that'll tell what to go here. And then I want to be able to pause it on both sides to keep stuff from leaving the rack if I don't want it to leave the rack. But that's only for a door that has two items. A door that has one item, you don't need to do that. But anyway, I gotta get out of here, guys and gals. I gotta get some rest. So we're $574,000, and we just run trucks today. and ran 160 trucks. But my idea will work, and I can even make more room if I want. Because when I move all this shit, I can take these and move them way the hell over here. So we're going to be tearing down boxes, putting them on pallets, going into destroy mode. And the reason I'm doing this yeah, sure does, but anyway, I want to redo this honestly first because rail builds up a lot. But I'm going to do boat first because boat don't run all the time. But anyway, we'll catch you later. Take care. God bless. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I got to get some sleep. And we're having fun with this game. And like I said, I'm always coming up with ideas to improve it. So don't miss an episode if you can keep from it. There ain't no telling what I'm going to do. Take care. We'll see you, Scott. Republic Raider.